4 to 10.
Yesterday he said, yeah, I'm still trying to find the GoPro. I'm like, I am just sitting there
Save the earth, guys.
Yeah, save the
Seriously.
earth. So really, so you just accidentally became a part of the movement today, I see.
I mean, it was no accident. It's definitely a coincidence, I feel.
Yeah? Oh, really? What do you
Yeah.
think it means? What do you think
I
you need
think
to
it
do
means
now?
save the damn earth and
Yep.
clean up everything that we did wrong and get everybody on the same page.
Sure. So I think we need to have a vision of our mind of what we want it to look like. What do we want the planet to really look like? Not that dystopian Mad Max bullshit, but what we want it to look.
We want to look we're not here.
We want how we want it to look now, and then if we can visualize it, then they can start moving in that direction.
Start by getting rid of all the trash.
Yeah.
Get to these corporations.
Yeah.
Get to the all right.
Just fucking do it.
The 1%, the major corporations are the people we need to really be speaking to.
I think as a community we need to work together and fuck asking permission. We can't wait for permission. We just got to do what needs to be done, and that means take it upon yourself to do the right thing individually, and then collectively we can solve all these problems.
Exactly. No, that definitely sounds about right, honestly.
Yep. They're making us fight. They're trying to get us to be mad at one another and to fight amongst each other because there's more of us than them, and we need to be as one people.
Yeah, exactly. No, there needs to be unity like more than ever right now.
Yep.
With the world crisis that's happening, and everything is just going to shit as far as our planet. So the people we're supposed to be asking for permission from are the same people who are doing majority of the problem.
And pitting us against one another so that we can't get anything accomplished.
Exactly.
What do you think? Got anything else? Any words of wisdom? Or what are you going to do next? After today, what are you going to do? Different.
After today,
what are you going to do different?
I've been doing, I'm not cutting my lawn anymore.
Okay,
I don't have to feel bad about cutting my lawn. Well, my back lawn at least. I'm going to let it grow out a lot more.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's cool. The little animals, maybe you'll get some little animals in there.
Exactly. Plant some trees and stuff like that. That sounds like a really good plan.
Okay.
Pick up trash wherever I see it where it shouldn't be.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. If we just do what needs to be done, I mean, act like everything is your backyard and try to take care of it, that will be a big step right there.
Exactly. No, that's facts. That's big facts.
Yeah. Anyway, anything else you want to say?
No, I think that's
it's kind of creepy that I'm following you around with a camera?
Oh, no, I'm used to this. I'm used to it. Trust me.
Okay, well, thanks.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
What do we want? A Green New Deal! 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 What do we want? A Green New Deal!
I can go get it, but
Seeking to merely appease the youth by signing commitments like the No Fossil Fuels Pledge, only to pocket money from companies like CMS Energy several days later. This cannot be tolerated. We are facing a devastating moral crisis that isn't around the corner, it isn't on the horizon, it is here. And those who are least responsible will face the greatest consequences. I grew up in St. Clair, Michigan, across the St. Clair River from Sarnia, Ontario. If you've ever been to our town, you know how sacred the river is to our community. Our restaurants overlook it, our families fish and sail on it, and our children swim in it. But today, the river has become menacing, a threat to our safety created by corporate greed and the burning of fossil fuels. It has been so polluted by American and Canadian industry that some diagnoses of cancer in our community have been directly linked to time spent in the water. It has been so overwhelmed by the melting of ice in our watershed that in many places it is now 15 feet deeper than just a decade ago, flooding backyards and businesses all across our community. It has become so stressed by the drastically greater amount of water being bottlenecked through it that we are left with currents and undercurrents traveling faster than ever before, something that's already taken even young, healthy, able-bodied people from us. I refuse to accept this as the status quo, but the senator seems to think it's completely acceptable. Why else would he line his campaign's pocketbook with money from companies whose business model will create more destructive outcomes for communities like mine in the future? He must know that this earth will be around long after any of us, yet still, like any typical politician, he can't seem to set his eyes past his next re-election campaign. Well, I have this to say to Mr. Peters. We can't replace our planet, but we can damn sure replace our senator.
Offering. The bells that still can ring.
it's a real channel. I promise. It's called the Flint Underground YouTube channel. Okay, and you can go on Facebook and look at Flint Underground channel, and then I post these videos, so this will be on there too. So whatever. Okay, so what brings you here today?
My name is Kelsey Engstrom. I'm a senior at Michigan State University. So I started out as a nutritional science major, and I'm going to be graduating soon with a degree in biomedical nutritional science. But the past 2 years I've worked in the Smoky Mountain National Park. And from doing that, I've noticed that the importance of protecting nature and wildlife comes from the heart. And from those experiences and from the travels that I've done, I noticed that I have a say and a voice that I can push. I can push on people, and I think that I can make change as a person. And so recently I've been searching for graduate programs in sustainable food systems, possibly in Colorado, and then also in the next few days I'll be talking to someone about a company called Green Corps, and it's based out of Colorado. And what they do is they push for environmental movement, but I showed up here today because I don't know for sure if this is what I want to do with my life, but I'm just putting my foot in the door, feeling it out, and then I'll figure it out from there.
You know, I always felt we were kind of like drops of water in that we come together.
Yeah, exactly. So someone said like everyone needs to be bad at doing good, and that means like there doesn't need to be people that are professionals at doing good, a small amount, but there needs to be a lot of people being bad at doing good, because if there's that many people at least doing some sort of change, then change is going to happen. But if there's only a certain group of people that's doing a large amount of change, then nothing's going to happen.
Cool. Wow. Okay. Anything else you want to say? Anything you want to promote? I can spout it off, and maybe people might.
I guess I want to promote like food waste reduction. I studied that for an entire semester, and so I do work at Whole Foods Market, and I noticed there that the food waste is a big issue, and so I kept mentioning to our supervisor that is such a huge issue. And from me just mentioning it to her, my name was mentioned in a few meetings they had about their impact as a store. And so now there's actually a thing that's called the Green Code, and what they do is they look at the trash and the waste that's being thrown away, and they manage that, and they decrease the amount of food that they're going to throw away, and then they also, from that, have increased their recycling percentage.
Oh, that's wonderful. That is really good. Do you have like a website or something that you might want to?
I mean, like I have my main Instagram, but then I also have like this sub Instagram that I made.
Well, I meant like, something that you want to promote to get your message out. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, like on my sub Instagram, what I do is I promote like environmental issues. I do upcycling. I do like things about sustainability that I'm learning in class, and things like that.
Oh yeah, I'd like to know what that is. What
it's called INEX Balance. INEX Balance. The meaning behind that is internally healthy, externally happy. I created that when I was like a freshman in college, and it was mostly about like nutrition and promoting that. But then I've like transformed it into a little more of like just what I believe in, and like everything like that.
Real food and less chemicals and
exactly.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay, so why are you out here today?
I'm out here to show just support for the Sunrise Movement. I've been part of the Sunrise Movement for years and got arrested for the Green New Deal. I believe it's pretty much the future of any climate policy. Without the Green New Deal, we're not going to make it anywhere. Yeah. So that's why you're so involved in helping this particular climate strike day. What are you finding now? Are you finding a lot of like-minded people? Are you connecting? You think maybe people are going to walk away from here and really make a change, or do you think it's just? What do you think? Just from speaking to some fellow strangers that didn't even know really what the Sunrise Movement is, they already wanted to get involved, and I think that right there just shows how, I guess, inclined people are to get involved with this movement. Whether it's the Sunrise Movement itself or just backing the Green New Deal, I think everyone is eager, even if they're not really the most maybe not motivated but involved.
Do you think government motivates you a little bit? Politics?
We've seen just from back in January so much climate policy change. Now, prior to January, the Green New Deal was a myth. No one said it was going to be possible. And now we're seeing people like Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, even Joe Biden coming out with different forms of policy. that are just super vital, and that was never in
We
the
got to
plan.
start somewhere, and we'll work out the kinks in it as we go along. But we got to get going on it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what this is. We're the pioneers. We're setting the fire to do that.
Is there any sites or places that you'd like to promote? Because you could spell them out or something.
None that come to mind.
Okay. I've had a bunch of people that have given me ideas of places to go, and it sounds really good. Okay. Well, thanks. Anything else?
I think that'll be it.
Okay. So you're here for the climate strike, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and I see you have 2 children.
3. One's hiding up here.
There is another one in there. Oh, cool. So why are you here?
I believe that the people have to stand up and join together, and we have to fight for the planet, for the future of all of
Be a community.
humankind.
There's
That's right.
more of us than there is of them. We got to quit asking permission. Yeah, we need to what?
Save the world.
Yeah.
That's right.
Save the world?
Yeah, you said save the world.
Cool.
That's right. Yeah, and the people up top aren't going to do it. It's the people coming from below that are.
What do you do to look? I always said individual. If we do what's right individually, then collectively we can solve the problems. So what are you doing individually? What do you do? How are you trying to be helpful that you can encourage somebody else to do this? Something that's easy, especially.
First, by being involved, I think by taking action and organizing and in actually participating and building the activist community up and building the environmental community up. Our party has an economic. We have a environmental commission, and I work on that. I talk about. I go and I give different talks about how capitalism, its capitalist cause climate change, and that without socialist planning, we'll have ecological collapse, and that's kind of my take on it.
I get the feeling that they're trying to divide us. What do you think?
Most certainly, divide and conquer.
Yeah, that's how they do it.
Right.
Okay, so we've got to just work as a community, do what's right, and then if we all do what's right, I think we have common sense naturally. It's just all this manipulation is crazy.
It's true.
So, what do you think? What do you think the world's going to look like for your kids? Are you worried, or we're going to persevere?
I have revolutionary optimism. I think that the people, we're not going to just sit back and let them just, a few companies and a few people that are causing most of the pollution. It's hard because it's such an immense undertaking. And for example, the U.S. military outpollutes 140 different countries. It's it's the largest polluter in the world.
The oceans are dying.
That's right. What we're talking about taking on isn't just like this thing or that thing. It's so much. It's so
much. So we've got to start working together, and we can't wait for permission. We can't wait for legislation. We just got to do whatever we can do.
That's right. But we're gonna do it.
Yep, we will. Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
I would love to talk to you. Okay, great. Okay, so what's going on? What's your stick?
My stick is holding a sign with a message, and it's a fairly simple message. Listen to science, make concrete plans, get them done, and then repeat.
Yes,
because of course there's no one answer, and the science is never done.
Yeah. So do you think? What do you think about religion in science? Putting those together. What do you think about that?
That's a tough question.
Yeah.
Religion definitely brings a lot of ethical arguments to the table, and I think some of those can be really good and really useful. I think that people agree that the planet is a wonderful gift and something to take care of.
Yeah.
That's something that many scientists agree with,
Let's
and
talk
people
about that.
in religion.
That is something we have in common. So, what are you? Do you have a movement or a group or anything that you might want to say something
Not part
about?
of any particular group, except I am a scientist.
Great, cool. Where are you a scientist here in Lansing somewhere?
I'm a scientist actually in Miami, Florida at the moment, but I study the Brazilian Amazon.
Okay. Oh, so that's your area of expertise?
Right.
As environmental things? Okay. What do you think is the first thing we need to do? If you had the money, you could do whatever you want. What's the first thing we need to do right now?
To mitigate climate change?
To save the planet.
Protect habitat.
Yes, protect habitat. And one of the first things to do that is be more vegetarian.
Oh, yeah.
Because
cool.
it simply occupies less land.
Yes, that's a very good point. Very good. Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about or say?
A lot of people don't understand that forests are actually something that regulate the Earth's climate system. They don't just respond to climate, but the activity of tree leaves actually controls the climate. So they're a key component of this climate system.
So you
think about forests.
So your Amazon, the fires in Amazon are very worrisome for you, I bet.
They are worrisome.
What do
They
you think
will
the
not
deal
only
is?
release carbon, you see the smoke going up into the air from fire. Think about carbon going up into the atmosphere. That's what's happening. Instead of being locked in the ground,
God.
it is
Yeah.
going up and warming the atmosphere.
Yeah,
It
even
also
more.
shuts down all of the physiological activity of those trees that regulates the circulation of the planet's atmosphere. That will change where it rains, when, how local temperatures are distributed around the globe. All of that will shift.
Wow, you are telling me stuff that I did not know. That is so interesting. It's scary, isn't it? Okay, so that would be the first thing you do. Okay, great. Anything else you want to talk about?
I think that covers it.
Okay. Okay, so why are you here today?
I'm here because I came to visit a friend here in Michigan. I just happened upon this protest. I have done quite a few protests myself. And I don't know, I get here and everybody's like crying about this oil line being built while the Amazon is burning right now. Now, see, the Amazon is burning right after the Amazonian tribe just won their rights back to their land. Now that whole section of land is on fire. And we're worried about a fifth line being fucking put here. I think that there's a little bit more worried to be worried about down south. Like, we need to be down there and fucking be worried about shit that's going on down there because we're not gonna win none of this back.
We need more hamburgers.
We won't get any of this shit back. Like, they've already won it. But like, we could at least be trying to fight down there for them. Like, if y'all really want to know what I think about it, I think this protest is bullshit. I think maybe these people need to take up their money and fly down to the fucking Amazon and be trying to fucking fight that fire that's going on down there, because that's literally put on by British Petroleum.
Yeah.
British Petroleum set that fire. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. That's all I had to say.
Okay. Well, thank you, though.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why you got to support Bernie. He's the only one that...
Warren is my person.
Well,
Bernie's second.
Warren's foreign policy is quite bad.
I don't give a fuck what puppet you put in front of it.
Bernie's the only one that's called for the release of Lula.
Yeah. If Bernie gets it, I'll vote for him. But I like Warren, and I don't want Biden.
Okay, cool. So why are you here today?
I am here because of climate change. The world is not going to be sustainable. These children, young people that are here now, there's already here in, Michigan, look at the weather. There's no consistency. Right now it's 80 degrees and it's September. And it's not like spring's lasting longer, summer is. It's 80 degrees, 60 degrees every day and such.
So what do you think is the first thing we need to take care of? What needs to happen first? If you could have anything happen that you wanted.
We have to stop using fossil fuels.
Okay.
We need to put the infrastructure in for renewables.
Yes.
We have to use as much renewable as we can. And they're always saying, oh, we can't do it all. Well, let's use it all. And whatever we can't, then fill in the gaps with dirty.
That's how you do it. That just is, that's a most sensible thing, a way of doing it. But I think that too many people are wanting oil to be important and worth a lot of money. Yeah,
it's the people in government. Yeah. It's the big business. Yeah. It's like we subsidize oil.
What do you think? How do they justify? How do you think they justify doing what they do when they have children? And how do you think they justify it? They've got to know. Those people can't be so stupid that they don't understand what they're doing.
The only thing important to them is money, profits, and power. They have blinders on, the la 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 la, oh no, our kids are going to be fine. Or I don't think they even think about their kids, honestly.
Do you think that they think that their money will insulate them from the problems that a dystopian world would be for other people's children?
No, because the ones in that, the people who have all the money and such, they're the last ones who are going to be affected by this.
Right. Yeah.
They're gonna be dead.
So you think they just are not realizing they got to wake up. They got your head in the sand.
Yeah, they have their head in the sand, whether it's willful or not.
Yeah.
You know, it's the status quo. We got ours.
Yep.
And that's a lot of our immigration throughout the world. Is because of climate change.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, first the U.S. destabilizes all these countries.
Yes. Keep them fighting, just like they do with us. They try to keep us fighting with each other so that we can't become a force that they can't control.
Yeah, destabilizing. It goes more, down the Amazon and such. We're talking the U.S. went in for pineapple, bananas, coffee, now palm oil. It's also that they're cheap. Dole is one of them. And now the rainforest, we pressurized in the 90s, McDonald's and Burger King and such, to stop, burning the rainforest to have their burgers cheap. That maybe lasted a couple years, and now they're right back down in there again.
But do you have anything else that you want to say?
I don't think so.
Any organizations you want to promote?
I'm out of the loop now. I'm disabled, so
we'll find each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, thanks. Yeah.
There we go. So, what is it about? What are you about?
I'm representing the Extinction Rebellion. We're an international organization that uses nonviolent civil disobedience to try to pressure governments into telling the truth and acting as though that truth is reality.
Yes.
Right now, what we need is people. We need people to be willing to do more than recycle, compost, and make angry Facebook posts. We need people that are willing to come out into the streets, put their body, their time on the line, so that we can actually affect some change. I think now more than anything, we need action.
Yes, we need action.
We have all the
definitely
technology.
action.
We have the information that we
There's
need.
more. I put my little thing in there.
Extinction Rebellion is an international organization.
Sure.
And it is the movement that's going to lead us into the future.
Yes.
We are rebelling against the system that refuses to act.
Oh, I am going to look you up. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you wanted to say, by the way? Just before I turn it off, is there any kind of...
Get involved.
Okay, get involved.
Whether you can spare an hour a week or 40 hours a week, we need we need all the time, all the hands we can get to make these changes as soon as possible so that we actually have a planet in 100 years.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. So anyway, I already told you my spiel, so... why are you here?
Well, right now I'm enjoying this pleasant tree because I figured I'd have a little smoke on the Capitol lawn.
Yeah, cool.
I was brought out today to attend the climate change rally. I was really impressed with the demands that were referenced, including respecting indigenous rights, increasing biodiversity, protecting the land that we all are heritage to. So I got to see a lot of friends, which was really nice, and then just a lot of new people who I've never seen and great energy.
I think like-minded people are attracted to each other, and it's always good to find your people, So, if you could do anything if you had the power to do anything to make it better, what would you do first? Where would you start?
I would start by giving everybody the opportunity to listen to each other. Because right now we have a lot of divisiveness happening in our society. Where people are fighting or conflicting and just to give everybody the opportunity to take a moment and focus on the same thing.
We need to be a community.
Yeah, as an Earth.
I think that it's a plan. I think they try to divide us, and we got to fight them and not let them win by not letting them. Right? Yeah. Okay.
I think we're gonna win too.
Yeah, we will. Good old win. Anyway, do you have anything else you want to say, or anything? Any organization you want to promote or anything?
I think good triumphs.
Yeah, we can do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you.
I'm gonna turn it off now. Okay.